Spirit Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Saturday, September 12, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern. Today we're going to be doing and I want everybody to prepare a visual in your heart minds. And specifically right now, zeroing in on these man-created fires with laser weaponry out in California. And visualize the opposite of the fires. So I want you to start, not in the ego mind, but through the heart mind. Looking at a sunset for just a second, you forget your separateness. You are the sunset. That is the moment when you feel the beauty of it. But the moment you say that it is a beautiful sunset, you are no longer feeling it. You have come back to your separate, enclosed entity of the ego, Osho. Everything passes. Everything. Nothing stays. It's always passing. Everything we experience is always passing. It's a brief moment. The only time it's elongated is when we hold on to it. We don't want it to go for some external reality reason. But everything passes. All the turmoil on this planet will pass. It always has, and it always will. The reason it passes is because we deem it to be so. This is not egoic energies. This is the God within us. We deem it to be so. It's like these fires in California. We deem them to be no more. Understand the element of fire. The element of fire draws on the other elements in order for it to have the power to do what it does. In goodness, heat, to protect us from cold. Cooking. There's many good magic about fire. Now the other magic about fire is not good. It is destructive. When used incorrectly, these magics can cause a lot of suffering. And when the corrupted souls implement these fires, there is suffering. Those are the lower frequencies. Misery nourishes your ego. Misery nourishes your ego. Misery nourishes your ego. That's why all of us see so many miserable people in the world. And the basic central point is the ego, Osho. Death, or however we want to say it, sending out a body, leaving the body, is the most fierce and deeply penetrating spiritual teacher that we can have. It will not let go. It will not let our ego escape alive. So it will always be waiting around the next corner, ready to wipe your entire life clean. So death will remove all material possessions from you, all wounds, all people, all your financial problems and future plans. It is guaranteed that one day everything will be removed from your grasp. No matter how safe we think we are, this truth will remain perhaps because it has the most profound purpose of our spiritual growth. It forces us to remain awake. We must always appreciate this human life we are given. We have to find reverence, otherwise we suffer. Knowing how very fragile this life is, we all become, in most ways, kind to everything that is alive. By remembering our mortality, we are not so quick to getting angry at our loved ones, nor become distant, judgmental, or critical with them. We tend to forgive everyone who has wronged us more quickly and return to loving the real heart and soul connection that we do have. And with the awareness that death is approaching, and I mean death by leaving the body, we become, since we're so attached to the physical, we become more gentle on ourselves. We instantly start dropping any hard, heavy energy that we may be carrying. We tend to deal with any leftover skeletons hiding in our closet and embrace those things we are avoiding. We remember that we came here to heal ourselves. And so we stop protecting our hearts from opening up to others. We become radically honest with ourselves and others because we just never know when it's our turn to go. So do something radical, truly radical this week coming. Share with those who are still with you today how you honestly feel. It may be challenging, yet tell them what is going on inside of you. Reveal everything and clear off your emotional plate. Be free to say anything you cannot speak about or say. Be free to say anything you cannot speak about or say. You just don't know when your best friend's family member or child will leave the body, do you? Let them know how much you actually love them. Rise above any social games you are playing. Stop being afraid of being ridiculed or getting rejected. Take the risk to celebrate your lives and enjoy your short, precious time here together. We all truly don't know when it is going to come to a quick end. It's always quick, no matter how you view it, when we leave these bodies. Man has lost one quality, the quality of zestfulness. And without zest, what is life? Just waiting to leave the body? It can't be anything else. Only with zest do you live, otherwise you vegetate. There's only one thing you can do to transcend this action, this leaving the body. Embrace it with welcoming it fully. Each of us will eventually find our way to real inner peace. This acceptance does not mean to start taking more apathetic actions in your life. This is about finding more reverence in everything. Everything is sacred. Everything. When you discover that this tremendous appreciation for the simple things like this breath that is still flowing through your lungs, you'll see the fear of living and leaving the body quickly dissolves. If we can fully embrace leaving the body, we can totally live life. And when we have a deep reverence for our lives, we naturally take advantage of every moment to feel that we are alive. We finally arrive into this precious now moment of our lives where all the puzzle pieces fit in and everything comes to perfection. We can truly rest here. It is the only place. You can let go of it all and fall into resonance with your true spiritual nature. Take this moment to feel into this spiritual essence inside your body. Feel that energy. That will remain when your body is gone. Can you feel this eternal energy? The infinite self is here. And if and when we can find it and reconnect to it all day long, we will soon realize that heaven is already here now. And the spiritual effervescence will expand in you and send bubbles of light filled with joy into our hearts. Open your life to these bubbles, and then you will wonder why you were pretending to be so worried, fearful, and concerned about everything in your life. The greatest courage is to drop the mind aside. The bravest man is who can see the world without the barrier of the mind, just as it is. It is tremendously different, utterly beautiful. There is nobody who is inferior, and there is nobody who is superior, and there are no distinctions. We are moving into a very auspicious time in the existence of ourselves and this planet and this solar system and this universe. Realize you are an infinite being who will never cease. Is to pretend you just ceased. Breathe in this moment as if this was your very last breath. Lay your body down on the bed and imagine that this is your final moment of this life. You are breathing your last breaths of life, and soon there will be no more. View all the important scenes from your life and see what truly matters. Your body will, of course, continue to breathe for you. Just let the air enter as slowly and deeply as possible. Fall into the quiet valley after every exhalation for as long and as deep as you can. And after a few minutes of reviewing your life, stop all mind activity and relax into the deepest point of stillness that you can find. Follow these meditations that we do every single day. You'll find a sense of completion with your past and a deeper acceptance of your future. And the more you practice them, the better your life will become. You'll find that there is no more anxiety about anything or anyone anymore. Each of us will realize that there is only this moment of life. And this very precious moment is all that we have. Have fun. Be playful. And remember, you are an eternal being who will never cease, ever. So don't take anything of this world too seriously. This single intention will allow you to totally enjoy your entire human life journey while it's still here. God is there only if you surrender. Surrender will make anything God. Surrender gives you the eyes, and everything that is brought to these eyes becomes divine. Don't waste your lives for that which is going to be taken away. Trust your life. Trust your God. And if you trust, only then, if and when you trust, can you drop your knowledge. Only then can you put your mind aside. And with trust, something immensely opens up. Then this life is no longer an ordinary life. It becomes full of God, overflowing. All the greatest treasures are hidden behind that which we wouldn't want to be with. All the wisdom, all the compassion, and all the treasures are within. So where are you going to hide it? Many of us would like 100% guarantee that everything is going to be okay throughout our lives. We want a good contract from God that says our entire future will be safe from harm, free from pain, and that we will always manifest our every desire and dream. We want to know for sure that this life is always working out for us in our favor, and we are guaranteed a perfect, flawless future. The only issue or problem with this contract, however you want to say it, with ourselves, the God within us, is that we also want a life that is brimming with excitement and overflowing with new fascinating adventures every day. We desire a future that is free from boredom, filled with a spiritual richness that we are forever bathing in the healing qualities of our very soul. Now the real question is, for all of us, would all of this be possible if there was no such thing as fear. If you've done your inner research and looked deeply into your personal relationship with fear, it might seem to be one of those slippery issues that you are either trying to cope with, ignore, transcend, or avoid at all costs. Many of us were told in our childhood that if we want to be happy, we need to conquer our fears. Yet, nobody actually told us how to do it. Probably because they hadn't accomplished this amazing feat themselves. And perhaps because most every single one of us has forgotten the truth that we are divine, eternal, spiritual beings who will never, ever, ever, ever cease. If you're still waiting for that magical formula that will free you from fear, today is that special day that you've been waiting lifetimes for. Because in a few weeks from now, you can be totally free from fear. Get ready to let go of your phobias, your doubts, and immature childish insecurities forever. Prepare yourselves for a new relationship with fear that will make you start living the most amazing, exciting life, period. Our minds are about to experience a miracle. For we are all going to learn how to replace all the fearful chemicals in our brains so that we become authentically fearless in every single area of our lives. That which can be taken away from you is not worth keeping. That which can be taken away from you is not worth keeping. And that which cannot be taken away from you is not worth keeping, and that which cannot be taken away from you, why should one be afraid of its being taken away? It cannot be taken away. There is no possibility. You cannot lose your real treasure. Also, this is, when we talk about fear, imagine all of our brothers and sisters, visualize this through your heart minds in California, in those fires. That affects all of us. It has nothing to do with corrupted souls. It has everything to do with collective consciousness. Whenever the collective consciousness deems in love and light to eliminate the lower frequencies, the negative, the destructive, which create fear, which creates sorrow, which create anger, frustration, which also seduces those out in California that are experiencing this into a forlornment and a loss and a fear of the unknown. And all of us, part of all of them. And all of them, part of all of us. So what happens to them happens to us, but in different ways. So you can understand that whenever we gather in genuineness and through the heart-mind, and we put an intention out there without conflict, without anger, without revenge, without worry, and without fear. And you see those fires, those flames. Probably some of you have seen on the internet how it's going out there and how it's affecting the atmosphere along the western seaboard of this country and this planet. It isn't acceptable. It's very unacceptable. We all know this because we don't care to have any one of our brothers and sisters in harm's way. Doesn't matter who they are. Doesn't matter what they've done. Doesn't matter how much wealth they have. What color their skin is. What they believe. It matters because they are part of us. They are reflections, different aspects, different facets of all of us. So if you are experiencing some unsettledness, this is probably connected to that. What they see, we see. What they feel, we feel. It's just not as confronting as in the actual event. And the first, for all of you as a suggestion, the first action towards fearlessness begins with taking a baby step into trusting the energy of fear. Just like the people in California. And this trusting energy comes from a spiritually advanced understanding that we live in a divine, benevolent, conscious universe that never makes any form of a hiccup or mistake and has no room for coincidences because there aren't any. This all-intelligent, life-giving universe is always on our side, knows exactly what ingredients are needed for our enlightenment. By accepting this paradigm into every cell in our bodies, we can start to understand how fear is our greatest teacher and best friend. By knowing the loving universe is always working in our favor, we can relax a lot more. We can take the risk to snuggle up to our fear and get a closer look underneath it, just to see what it truly is and why it is actually here. And in becoming all of us, and those in California, becoming truly fearless, not ignorant, not stupid, but truly fearless through the heart-mind. Fearless, you'll need to develop the daily practice of deep, authentic curiosity with yourselves. And we all need to explore why we are afraid of whatever we are afraid of. What is this special avoidance that is hooked deep into our guts and heart really all about? It is only through a childlike curiosity and true heartfelt inquiry that we can turn our worries into wonders and catch a glimpse of what it actually is that we are running from. Look inside, behind or underneath your fear. For the first time may seem like threatening, life-threatening, or feel as if you're about to enter a secret cellar door that's been hidden for hundreds of years in the back of your great-grandparents' first home. This is the right place to start. Somewhere that feels very familiar, familiarly frightening, and instantly makes you want to run and hide. Be aware. The mind is a genius at avoiding what it needs to confront. We have all sorts of strategies, tricks at getting distracted from peering into places which make us uncomfortable. Be infinitely patient and insanely persistent whenever you approach your fear. Perhaps you're a bit analytical and wondering, how does one actually look underneath a fearful feeling, thought, or scary image that is stuck in the mind? Well, we are all going to need an extra dose of childlike imagination for this journey. Go back the clock a few years. Recall what life was like when you were a child. Do you remember how we all played all day long? Our creativity and imagination never ended all day long. And perhaps we were in playing fantasy games like saving the innocent princess from the kingdom's fire-breathing dragon. Or we had the power to imagine anything and everything. And we still have that power today. Now, we might think that we have even imagined that we became a grown-up adult person who lost touch with their childish power of imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited, while imagination encircles the world, the universe, existence within existence. Maybe all the time, yet nobody else could hear or see them. Or perhaps we were a weirder child and wondered what a banana would say if it could speak, or how the sunset colors would taste if you could lick them. Whatever fantasies or creative games that we played back then, we are all still playing them on some level today. They are just more adult-like, serious games that we're playing on the inside. And our minds are still making up all sorts of stories about everything and everyone, including ourselves. Our imagination is creating everything in our lives. It is responsible for creating every fear that we have. Since it has created all our fears, it also has the power to stop creating them and invent something totally brand new. Your imagination is always on, always forming new movies inside. We all still have that amazing power of imagination working every day inside each and every one of us. And the real question is, are we willing to step beyond any normal, ordinary versions of reality that we have created and discover a place inside where anything is possible? Our imagination is extremely powerful. Just notice what happens inside your mouth when you imagine biting into a super spicy jalapeno taco covered in hot sauce. The salivary glands start firing up as the body reacts to whatever the mind sees inside. And when we all get hooked on imagining something we don't want to see, cannot accept, cannot understand, or relax with, then our bodies continue to react in flight or fight mode each time. After a few repetitions, fearful chemicals can instantly form inside our brains, and whenever we have that same thought pattern again. So I invite you to realize right now what your mind is responsible for creating. All of your fears. Every terrifying, heart-beating, panic-driven, life-freezing sensation we've ever had came completely from our imagination. The trust our mind is making a movie all the time, it seems very real, yet it is still just a movie inside the screen of our minds. That which is real is what never changes. That which is real is what never changes. The constant stream of pure white light, awareness in the back of the cinema room. This light is what's projecting all the images we are seeing on the screen. If you want to become authentically fearless, you must take full responsibility for your inner movie show. Get in touch with that. Your deepest, darkest, fearful movie truly is. This is not just about getting over the Nightmare on Elm Street horror movie, yet dealing with the real fears which are blocking each of us from creating the life we want to live. Now, this fearless commitment to ourselves is that we will stop avoiding fear for the next 21 days of our lives and instead explore it with childhood curiosity. And perhaps we are afraid of intimacy, giving public speeches, great heights, insects, dogs, huge crowds, or tight elevator spaces. Take a few minutes in this now and write out an extensive list of everything that makes you cringe and want to run, scream, or hide. Include everything you can think of until you are empty. Take as much time as you need after this meditation. And making your fearless, it can be one of the most liberating things you will ever do this year, the little that is left of it. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear. Ambrose Redmond. This is the fires in California. The fear, the worry of losing, not only losing your belongings, but losing your existence in that body. So, as we go into this meditation, it's a constant visualization on what we deem to end, to cease. And we view the cool the airs, up in the spaces, higher elevations. We view the actual elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether. We understand how they move, where is their energy, how it is able to do what it does, and we will shift it. We'll shift it. The fires will be extinguished permanently. The ground will cool. The smoke will clear. See all of this in your heart minds. No obstacles. No interruptions from the ego mind. The stillness of the God within each and every one of us. This is a collective consciousness. We end these fires. And this is not egoic energy. This is the love that we are, and the love of all of our brothers and sisters out in California experiencing horrendous situations. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. The first thing that we care to do is to relax our bodies. Relax your body. Let go. Let go of any fear-based situations, struggles, anxieties, all of it. It's conjured up by ourselves. And the only reason it's conjured up is because we don't understand ourselves. The power that we truly are. Omnipotently so. So as we relax the body, we release all the things, the bags, the brown paper sacks that we keep gripping and holding, putting under our arms and not wanting to let go of. Let go of it all. It's only temporary. Enjoy it, but don't become fixated, attached, or high expectations of it. The body relaxes. We move into the now. This very moment that we're all in. The now. It's what we have. Every split second, every moment to moment is a joy, is an experience, is bliss, because we get to experience in physical form, no matter what it may be. The now stills the mind, it stills the ego mind, stills the subconsciousness. We leave the mind. In the moment, in the now, we leave the mind. We do not go into the past and stay there. We go into the past to visit on occasion, but we don't go there to stay there. Because if we do, and we're there too long, we will inadvertently create, literally take that past into a future that doesn't exist, create the future from that past, and relive that past in that future. And then feel like we're going nowhere. We're like on a hamster wheel. We never get anywhere. And we don't go into a future that doesn't exist, because we're creating the future moment to moment, the space between heartbeats right now. Right in this now. The fires in California are right in this now. Moment to moment. Moment to moment. And as we do that, we want to breathe. We want to breath in through our noses and breath out through our mouths. And we want to do it very easy. Very easy. And this is divine positive energy, our breath is. Because it sustains the body so that we can experience the body. allows us to be housed in the body as the God, as the pure consciousness, as the love. And we take this divine positive energy in the now as we're relaxed and the body is at ease and we're seated comfortably. We bring that divine positive energy up through our chakras. These are energy vortexes going right up through the center of our bodies, all the way to the top of our head. And they're the ecosystem of our existence in these bodies. They're the bridges from spiritual to physical, and from physical back to spiritual. They're rooted. They look like flowers. Vibrant, all of them are vibrant colors, different colors. And inside each of the flowers, there's a geometrical shape. And this is the conduit that our God-like energy flows through. Our chi, our prana, our ki. It flows through it. We're like a fountain of pure, divine love. And it flows right through the center of our bodies and fountains over the top of our heads, and it circulates back up and out and back in, up and out and back in, up and out. If there's ever a blockage in any of these energy vortexes, these chakras, wheels of light, we will have issues, emotionally and physically. We start with the red wheel of light, the root chakra, the Muladhara. This represents our foundation and feeling of being grounded. It's at the base of our spine, tailbone area, the coccyx. Emotional connections, survival issues such as financial independence, money and food, physical associations, spine, rectum, legs, arms, circulatory system. Then we move to the Vadhisthana, the sacral chakra. This is our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. It's in our lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. Emotional connections, sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. Physical association is our reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, and immune system. Then we go to our solar plexus chakra, golden yellow wheel of light, Manipura. This is our ability to be confident and in control of our lives, which means that we flow. Downstream thinking. We have no oars. We don't fight the current. We allow the current's power to pull us effortlessly forward. Location is upper abdomen and stomach area. Emotional issues, connections, self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. Our physical association, our central nervous system, our pancreas, our liver, our digestive tract, our skin. Then we move to the Anahata, the heart chakra. It's our ability to love. It's the center of our chest above the heart. Emotional issues, connections, love, joy, and inner peace. Physical association, heart, thymus, lower lungs, circulatory system, immune system. Then we go to the Vishuddha, the throat chakra. It's our ability to communicate. It's in our throat. Emotional issues or connections, communication, self-expression of feelings, and the truth. Physical association, thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, and vocal cords. Then we move to the third eye chakra, the Ajna. This is our ability to focus on and see the big picture. Where is it? Our forehead between the eyes. We call it the brow chakra. What are the emotional issues and connections? Intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. What are the physical associations? Pituitary gland, eyes, and sinuses. And then we move to the Sahasrara, the crown chakra, the highest chakra, and it represents our ability to be fully connected spiritually. It's the very top of our heads. Emotional connections are issues, inner and outer beauty, our connection to spirituality, pure bliss. Physical association connections, pineal gland, brain, nervous system. Now we've taken this prana, this God force, life force energy, love energy, positive energy all flowing through the center of our body, through all of these chakras, the ecosystem of our existence. We come to the top of our head. We step back a little bit behind, and for a brief moment we hold it. I am light, I am love, I am. And in this brief moment we compress and condense it into pure, liquid, divine energy, omnipotently powerful. And then we release it softly over the pineal gland. Now the pineal gland is very important to us while we're in these bodies. It is the gateway to all the particles of existence. It is the gateway to pure consciousness, the God, and beyond. And it's unacceptable for us for it to not be fully functioning and healthy. Now you look at it as a prune, a raisin, a pine cone. I look at it as a rosebud. And as I release this liquid energy over it, it immediately blooms full blossom, beautiful fragrant rose. It's eternal with multicolored petals. Opening up all the gateways of existence and effortlessly allowing us to enter those gateways and be anywhere we choose. We are all consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love. And we are of and from the highest of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And we also know that we are all one. Are we separate from our brothers and sisters in California? No. Quite the opposite. We also know that we are all love, and we are all God. We merge the physical with the spiritual, as the chakras act as the conduits between the two. We merge the heart-mind, the God within, the higher self, the spirit, the soul, all pieces of the one. And then we are heaven on this earth, and we walk the surface of it. And we are omnipotently powerful, and this is through the heart-mind. And what we deem through our imaginations is you visualize in your hearts, in your imagination, visualizing all these fires without attachment, without expectation, ceasing, being eliminated, completely, not to return. And they, our brothers and sisters in California, shall walk the earth as heaven. We have others with us, the archangels, the cherubim, and the seraphim, the archetypes. This is a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. This is why we do not see them like we see each other. There's trillions of them. And they are all consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And we meet with them through this life quite often. Now, we may not know it until after the fact, but we pick it up from the gods within us. And it's always a pleasant experience. Because they love us because we're part of them, and we love them because they're part of us. Everything is. Thousands can surround any one of us at any one time. The reason is because their vibrational frequency is different than ours, so they're able to house a large number in a small space. And they're all over California. They are all over California. They are assisting all of our brothers and sisters in this now, in this moment. We have the Ascended Masters. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thought, many, many, many more. These are those who have mastered ascension out of body and hold pure consciousness God form. We are mastering physical form they have mastered. We're all part of each other. And they are assisting our brothers and sisters in California, in Oregon, Western Seaboard, all up and down, in the air, on the ground, beneath. They are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, the deepest, 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 eternal love, and are of and from the highest of deepest, 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 eternal gratitude. And we're gathered in the liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, in anything that would cause harm to any of our brothers and sisters in all life, the highest value in the universe, all animals, is unacceptable. And with the power that we are and the love that we are, it becomes no more. Embrace this in your hearts fully. And through your imaginations, it will be enacted. Can you smell the smoke? Can you see the fire? Can you see our brothers and sisters? Remember, we are all one. We will always be all one, eternally. And remember, we are the God. We are the love. And we are the one. We call upon all of our brothers and sisters, everything and everything, to assist us in this. All the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming of this circle of light, and ending all of this debauchery, all these fires, all these turmoils, ending, ceasing. And they come in the googolplexes. One googolplex fills the universe, this universe. They come in trillions from every direction, and they are with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants beneath Earth, inner Earth, Agartha, hollow Earth, all of them, all these civilizations and species, many, many, many of them. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. Visualize this, all of us coming together, as we already have been, always will be, forever, beyond and forever. Focused on this planet Earth, Gaia Arya, in this now, in this moment, in this liberation, the ending of all suffering, all turmoil, all degradation, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, stillness of mind. They come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the galactics, all the off-worlders, all the celestials, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light. Now, we're only familiar with a handful of them, somewhat familiar. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. The ones that we're somewhat familiar with include all the levels and all the species of these civilizations. Pleiadians, Sirians, Arcturians, Andromedans, Zeta Reticuli, feline, Gray, Nords, Golden Pyramid, Avian, Draco, Reptilian, many, many, many more. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, of and from, can be with us in this now, in this meditation of forming the circle of light. It is our frequency that allows us to participate in these meditations. For if our frequencies are low, dark, and dank, we would not. Now, they have been assisting us with our evolution, with our enlightenment, our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions. And they are with us now. We call upon all of our relatives, loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light. Now, we're only familiar with a fraction of them. And only those who are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation of forming the circle of light. And they come in the trillions. Shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations, of which we've only seen maybe 1%. Fairies, the sprites, the elves, the dwarves, the gnomes, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, many, many, many more. And they are with us now. And the fires are beginning to dissipate. See them, visualize them, imagine them. We are the fire. We are the fire. We are the water. We are the air. We are the earth. We are the ether. We are not seeing it. We are it. Therefore, we can eliminate it. We can move it, form it. We can extinguish it without harm, without anger, with simply deep, eternal love. So we're all gathered. Everything and everything for the liberation of this planet and the ending of all suffering. In this now, in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light. Arm in arm, hand in hand, all gods as one. We are in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, benevolence, and tranquility, and abundance. And we're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love, and our God-light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, and it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We form a massive circle of light, embracing the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia Arya, in this now in meditation. It is the God within us. It is the pure consciousness. It is the vibrational frequency of deep, pure, eternal love. It is so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of space. It would take over 1 billion of the suns in this solar system to compare with the brilliance and brightness and radiance of the light that we are. And we begin to ascend, to levitate above the planet. As we do this, our pure, deep, eternal love, the circle of light, saturates all of the fires in California, all the way, all up and down the west coast of this continent, America, up and down, in the atmosphere, on the ground, the earth, the waters, the houses, the people, our brothers and sisters, all animals, all life, the highest value in the universe, is being saturated with our love, deeply, eternally, that which we are. So it is, so it shall be. And I am that I am. See these fires and do not fear them. We are the fire. We dismiss the fire. The air listens. We are the air. The fire cannot live without the air. And the water, we are the water. And the water displaces the fire. And the fire is put to rest. And the ether heals the land. The love heals the land. We are all the elementals. We created them. See the fires dissipate in your heart minds. You're in a big IMAX in your heart minds. You see it all. You're watching. And you visualize it all being eliminated. So the white circle of light is drenching and saturating all things, everything and everything with pure, deep, eternal love. As we continue to move up, we move into a gossamer field. It's filled with little tiny reflective mirrors. It's filled with trillions of vibrant, multicolored lights. It is pure, deep, eternal love. It is gratitude. It is gentleness and kindness. And it, too, is saturating the west coast of this country. All the people, all of our brothers and sisters, all life, the highest value in the universe, everywhere. And we watch as we are the fire, and we turn the fire off. And we increase the water to saturate the ground, to replenish, to help heal everything and everything. We are met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column to remind each and every one of us that we are the power of healing. So therefore, we heal California. We heal the West Coast in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. We're then met with violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the purple transmuting flame. This column reminds us that if we lower our vibrational frequencies enough, like has happened out in California, lower dark matter, lower survival matter frequencies can come flooding in. We are also met with the white fire. This is a column that reminds us that we are all imbued head to toe, inside and out, with God-light energy, ourselves within the body, source creator. This is pure, deep, eternal love, and it cannot be penetrated by any external source or authority. Anything cannot breach it, but inside, only we have the power that if we do decide to sink in the lower vibrational, dark matter, survival matter frequencies, we will create a breach in this field, and they will come flooding in. We have met with the purple transmuting flame, then we can bring it in immediately. Transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies in a neutralized substance, send them back to pure consciousness where they are no more. We are met with the violet ray. This is a column that reminds us that we bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, and we literally cleanse, purify, balance, raise the vibrational frequency in total harmony with our deep eternal love, sealing the breach and continuing with our upward advancement and ascension of deep eternal love. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This column reminds each and every one of us of the love that we are. So when we see the sunsets, the sunrises, when we see the rainbows, you're the rainbows. You're the sun setting and rising. You aren't a spectator, you are. You're the beauty. You're the reverence. All of us are. You're the God. You're the one. You're the love. Breathe this in. Understand it. So when you view this through your imaginations, embrace it. Understand what that is. Whatever it is, you are. Whatever you view, you are. That's why I say the fires in California and all that's happening out there, we are. And once you understand that you are the fire, you're the water, you're the air, it sustains these bodies so that we can experience in these bodies, then you begin to understand how truly fortunate we are as gods, experiencing these bodies and interacting with all that we are, all the other animals, all of our brothers and sisters. So does it seem impossible to any of us that we can extend California without fear, without anger, without revenge, without greed, but complete, deep, eternal love, all coming from our heart minds and the God within us, the peace of creation, part of Source Creator, made of love, from love, and we are love. So, we eliminate the fires. We bring the water. And then we bring the ether to heal the land, of which all of it we are. I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. these fires throughout the day, into the evening and night and the following morning, of being simply extinguished, that they are no more. Remember that you are the elements. So, you are the power. And through your imagination,